Hello everyone and welcome to my stamp studio. This week on Stampin' Fun and More, we are kicking off our birthday card class. So it's going to be a series of classes. There'll be 4 classes in total, and each of the 4 classes we will be doing birthday cards. Everyone needs birthday cards, am I right? And now is a great time to start yours and have them ready to go. Have a stash all ready and set so that you can create and have them all ready. You can even have them dressed ahead of time so you can get them out. That's my goal for this year. Let's see if I do it. But this is really going to help me with my goal. So, without further ado here, I'm just trying to get some stuff off my desk here because my desk's a hot mess. Sorry I'm late today because I had take Mom to an appointment, and then after that she had a bunch of errands that she had to run. And then I got really late and they missed dinner, so we went out to dinner. So yeah, that's my life. And I don't mind. I love my parents, so it's not a big deal. But it just means I'm just a little bit later today for you. I just want to make sure that my feed is going and that I can see some people here. Say hi if you're joining me. Love to know. Yeah, I'm just looking off to my side where my computer is. I like to be able to, oh, and it's actually on time. Like, it's actually on the same pace that I am. I'm so excited about that. Usually there's a delay and I don't see things. Hi, Amy. Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I'm super excited. This is, like I said, going to be a 4-part class. Each week that I do the class, you can get the class kit for free with a $40 order. And I prep everything and I mail it right to you. I email you the tutorial so you can create. You can either use the stamp sets that I have or use your own. But this is totally about just coming up with card ideas that you can crank out, that you can have on hand. So some of the weeks I'll be using the same stamp sets. Other weeks I might just swap some out. We'll see. I like to be able to share some of the things that I've gotten. And sometimes I just don't have enough time to do a class. Like, I plan a class out and I just don't have time to get it out. So this is going to help me get some of those things out. So I've purchased a number of different stamp sets and dies, and I want to make sure that I am using those and sharing those with you. And I will be doing my best to keep up my website so that I will have them posted each week. There's going to be a link each week for you to go and sign up for the class. And there's going to be 2 options. So the first one is, it'll say, place your $40 order here. So when you do that, it takes you to my shopping store, my online Stampin' Up! Store. You place your $40 order, and then I will see that, and I will ship out the kit. So kits, the class will be available from, let's see, what is today? Today is the 8th. So the 8th through, oh my gosh, I don't have my calendar up here. I can't look on there. Oh, I can look on my computer, though. Hold on while I get my Outlook open. It's going to run Thursday through Tuesday. And then I ship them out a couple of days later. In case I need to order some supplies, they'll be available. So this class will be available from today through Tuesday, January 13th. Again, that's when you place your $40 order in my online store. I automatically send it to you. Now, if you don't want to place your order in my online store, maybe you're a demonstrator and you want to purchase your own stamps through your own store, totally fine. You can get my class kit for $35. There will be a link for just getting the class alone. The best deal is placing that $40 order because you get $40 in product and you get a $35 class sent to you. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera down. You're going to be making 2 of each card. So this week I have 3 cards, so you'll be getting 6 cards in total. Yeah, I think that's all I got for right now. Let me turn my keyboard off. All right, and let me get my Facebook back up here because I looked at my calendar. Okay, so here we go. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. I'll tell you when to open them. I need to put this up a little higher. My Christmas and New Year's was good. Did that switch yet? No. Okay. No, it did. Christmas and New Year's was good. We did something a little different this year because the kids are little and, you know, it gets really overwhelming when there's a lot of people, a lot of gifts. We decided to just do an immediate family kind of like Christmas, I guess. It wasn't anything formal. I did a pasta bar, and everyone came over and just ate pasta. So my two sons, my two grandchildren, their aunt and their stepsister all came. So it was wonderful to have everyone there. It was a really nice time. Everyone got along well, and I was very excited to have Lizzie and Zoe with us this year. So it was really nice. Christmas Day is always hectic. It's always run, drive up to Cedarburg, you know, rip apart gifts and eat and get back so the dog can get outside. And Christmas Day is always very hectic, to say the least. Let's see. I just need stamp pads out because the colors I had sitting on my desk are not the ones that, well, maybe we'll use that one. Are not the ones I was planning on. Now, because I was running late today, I didn't actually have my cards prepared ahead of time. So sorry, but that's okay because I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, I guess I'll get my other colors as I go. So this is one of our newer sets. I think it's an online exclusive. So it is Big Little Things. I thought this was totally adorable. You know, every once in a while I have to get some sort of animal kind of stamp set. But what really drew me to this is the manatee, because some of you may know I used to work in the Tampa Lowry Park Zoo, and one of the things that they were setting up when I was there was a manatee rescue. So we used to go diving quite a bit and swim with the manatees and check them out and make sure that they were all healthy and stuff like that. So yeah, so it has a special place in my heart. And the hippopotamus always makes me think of my best friend Carla, because she always sings, "I want a hippopotamus for Christmas." Yeah, so I always think of her when I see a hippopotamus. I know it's silly, but you know, certain songs, certain images just trigger a memory or a thought of someone. So, all right, we're going to put that one aside. And we're going to get out the supplies that we need for this. And I have everything cut off to my side here. So, again, you are going, this is kind of what your kit's going to look like. I will have these in envelopes for you. So you'll get your 6 cards and 6 envelopes. Yeah, I'm just going to do one of them for you. Obviously, I don't have to do 2. But, you know, what's nice about doing 2 cards at a time, and you know what? We're going to do 2 cards at a time. You can get twice as many done. You don't have to pull everything out for just 1. And sometimes I actually like to do 4. Okay, because when I'm cutting, this is a full sheet of cardstock, so you're just going to cut it in half and score it in half. So that's all it is. So 2 pieces of cardstock, and you'll have 4 cards. You have 1 piece of cardstock, and you can get 4 quarters out of it. So that's going to be our background here. And then I am using some Designer Series paper, which, you know, maybe you wouldn't have thought of as really good birthday paper, but it is our wilderness paper here, and let me just get it. Where did I put it? Here it is. It's called Weekend Adventures, actually, and it comes with this great check pattern, Cajun Craze in black, and the other side is that black stripe, and you get 4 of each sheets. Then we have kind of a foresty looking one, and on the back of that is some little acorns. I don't know that I'm going to really use the acorns. We're going to be using the foresty one. And then you have this like hiking pattern, which has this great misty moonlight on the back. So we'll be using that one. The cards today are a little bit more on the masculine side. I know that masculine cards tend to be a challenge for people. And why? I'm not sure. So tonight it's really going to be more masculine-ish, but it doesn't have to be. You can use it for anybody. All right, let me get my other pieces out. I had another piece of, well, here's where I find that other piece of cardstock, or the other Designer Series paper. I cut them both. What did I do with them? There they are. Okay. All righty. I do need one other thing here, and I'm going to be pulling out my textured note dies, and I think I'm pulling them out. And I want to use these dies. These Dare dies. So we'll be using those. Now, I'll be doing the die cutting for you. You don't have to have this die set. That will be part of your kit. But I wanted to show you how I'm doing this, because this is a great time saver and paper saver for you. So I'm going to show you these tips. All right, so all my other pieces, these are for the inside. This is 4 by 5 1/4. That'll be for the inside of the card. These designer series paper were cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Now, the tutorial will have all the measurements for you. It'll have all the supplies listed, so you know exactly what I use. And I need my block. And we are going to actually use the elephant on this one. Now, there's a really cute panda, so you could use the panda as well. Should we do one of each? Why don't we? Oh, you'll have to tell me about that, Amy. It sounds pretty cool. All right. When did you do that? Here we go. Yeah, our pasta bar was pretty cool. I made homemade Alfredo sauce. So, however, I was doing homemade Alfredo sauce, and I was making homemade mac and cheese all at the same time, and yeah, and then kids are opening presents, so yeah, got a little suffering on it. It didn't turn out as good as it should have. It tasted yummy, but I didn't let the cheese melt well enough. Sorry, my dinner was really salty tonight, and I'm really thirsty. So I'll be taking quite a few sips during the night. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my basic gray. And because we'll do the panda, we're going to go ahead and grab our black. I'm hoping I inked up my StazOn pads. I'm really hoping I did. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, and then dies. Okay, so we're going to take this die here. So I know that these little critters are going to fit on this. Now, this is a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 block. I can cut it down if I need to. So, you know what? That's not going to work with this because these are rectangles. Well, I didn't think that one through, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so we'll just switch dies here. We're going to do our perennial postage. That will work, even though these are rectangles as well. I still think we can do it. Let me just make sure that this will fit. That will fit. That will fit. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We got it going here. Yeah, I'm thinking that might not work as well either. Sorry. Like I said, I had it planned out. I didn't have it thought out. Okay. And we have to do circles. I'm just grabbing a couple of my different dies here just to see what I think might work. Yeah. All right. Now, any of the embossing that I do as well will be, you know what, we're gonna do this. I really want to use this. The embossing, like dry embossing, will be done for you as well. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to take my larger Post-it note die here, and I'm going to go ahead and run that through. And so I'll show you my little paper saving technique on this one. All right. Now this is a much bigger piece than I need. So I'm going to kind of cut my die in half, because that will give me just enough, all right? It's going to be more like that. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to count this out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm going to just put a little dot in the middle here. All right. So what I'll do here is turn it this way, set this on here, and I should cut it right about we'll try that. All right. Okay, so now what's key about this is that you're only going to cut part of your die, not the whole thing. So I'm going to get it set up on one side for myself, and then I will come back and show you what I did. All right. Okay. All right, I can show you this way now. All right, so here we go. This is where I want that to end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my plate in here, and I'm only going to go right up to where that dot is. So I'm just going to cut half of that rectangle. So now when I get to that point here, I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to pull this out. So I got part of a rectangle there, right? Now I can come back in, and I can slide this. What's going to happen is the die is going to fit in these grooves here, right? So you can get that little corner done. All right, so I'm going to go this way this time. And I'm only going to go, again, part way, because I already have that cut. So I really only need to go that far. So I'll go through. And now where I didn't have that other cutting plate, it's not going to cut anything else. All right, so there we go. So there is our little Post-it note. Now we can do it for our other one. Do the same thing. Put this back in. Where's my little dot? All right. Just going to line it up right there. And you do want to have this straight. And we're going to roll it through. And I don't think that cut right. So my one plate got stuck. So I'm just going to do it again just to make sure I have it cut. All right. That side. Bring it back through. Sorry, I'm shutting. I'm going to come back again. Flip our paper around. Get our little die on here. So when you move it around your paper, it's going to catch the other parts. So there we go. Nope, come on. Get caught back in there. It's hard to do when I've got the camera right in front of my face here. All right. Again, I only need to do a little bit. Really, it's just that end piece. So let's see if I can. I just need to get that back in place. There we go. It'll kind of snap back right in place. Okay. All right. Oh, this rectangle is just a little bit bigger, but that's okay. All right. Now we're going to take our white here, and I may just have to reconsider this since I'm not doing a square. I need a piece of white. Where's my white? I had it out. Where did you go? There it is. All right. I'll have these pieces done for you. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. But now you can kind of see my whole thought process when I'm doing these. So again, we're going to do both of our cards. Yes, I did make the 7-layer salad. However, that recipe was not Mary's. That was, I think that was Betty's. Mary's recipe used, I remember it being sour cream, not mayonnaise. So I changed it up a little bit. I mixed sour cream and mayonnaise together. But it wasn't the consistency I wanted. So next time I do it, I'm just going to use sour cream. I mean, that was the one reason I loved it. Because I'm not a, I don't know. I'm not a big mayo pasta kind of girl. So, yeah. Okay, let's put my dies back away here. Oh, wrong one. Here it is. Cooper, I am not playing with you right now. I'm playing with my friends on Facebook. That's what I'm doing. Yes, I am. So someone came pounding at my door, like at 7:30. My dog was going ballistic, so I couldn't start the video. It was bad. All right. So now I have these chunks out of my paper, right? I'm just going to put that down because no one is going to see that because I'm going to be covering it up. So paper saving technique, there you go. You just saved some of your paper. All right, let's go ahead and grab our adhesive here. And I'm just going to run my adhesive on my corners, on my bottom a little bit. And this will go right on here. So it's just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So we've got that piece. Let's get our other piece. Again, 2 cards at one time. All right. So I'm just going to put some adhesive right back here. Put that on my card front. And I'm waiting for my order of ribbon to come in, so I'm probably not going to be using a whole lot of ribbon tonight. But I should probably grab out my different things here. Kind of think that this may work. Now, because I'm using Poppy Parade, I don't know. I'm trying to find my... Oh! Sorry, I just tripped on something. Trying to find my other dots here that have black and white in them. Okay, not finding them. All right, so we're just going to stick with those. Oh, well, these might work pretty good. Do I have an open package of them? No. I'm thinking the cloud cover will work. And I wanted to just see if I have an open package. I don't. Let me just see if these are available. Because if these are available, we'll use these. All right. Okay, these are available. So these are our adhesive back metallic gems. So these are going to work really good on this card. All right, so now we've got our... So this one fits really nicely together. This one, not so much, but that's okay. We'll just have a little bit of extra red. I made it a little bit bigger. It's okay. All right, so we're going to have our little panda on this one and our little elephant on this one. This one's just going to fit too. All right, so let's get our elephant. We'll move this stuff off to the side. Oh no, did I really hope that this is wet. Okay, it'll be good enough for tonight. Yeah, I have a little gouge in my stamp pad there. I accidentally one day dropped my Take-A-Pic tool in it. And it went down the wrong way. Okay, so here we go. This is our smoky slate, not smoky slate, basic gray. Nice press on there. Ooh, look how pretty that is. It's so detailed. I love it. All right. We are going to have a little strip of, so this square is going to work really good for our banner dies, our banner punch, if I know where I put my punch. I was using it on another class and I put it away somewhere. Yep. I am just going to do this. So I'll punch some of these and have them in your kit. Okay. And you can decide which little shape you want to use. So there's that one. Now, let's go ahead and close that. I am going to grab not Poppy Parade, my Stays On. Cross your fingers that we have this inked up well enough. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my other piece. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I'm looking for the other postage die. Where it is. Found it. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Oh, I really hope this is, and it's not. All right. Let's try the other one. Otherwise, we're going to Memento. Oh, no. I think this one might be okay. Now, after I get done stamping this, I'm going to clean this one right away. Because it stays on. It will stain. So I'm just going to grab my scrap piece of paper that I have here somewhere. Get a scrap out. I had a whole bunch of stuff printed off. So I'm just going to do that. And try and get that off. Okay, it's not going to come off, so we're going to use my little Stays On cleaner. I'll get that on there. Let me grab in my other scrub. So as Stampin' Up! Changes out from the red rubber, I believe that these scrubs are going to go away. So if you ever really want your stamp clean, pick one of these babies up. Now, I usually like them for red rubber, but when I'm using Stays On, I find that this helps me get my stamp a little cleaner. It is stained a little bit, but not as bad as it would have been otherwise. Okay, let's get this covered. Okay. And I've got my Poppy Parade here, and where's my stamp set? So I just want to pull out so you can see what the sentiments are in there. There we go. Okay. So we've got birthday wishes. You're a big deal. Love you. Hello there. Huge thanks. Little things can mean a lot. And I'm going to put big birthday wishes on the inside. We're going to stamp you're a big deal. All right. So we've got this one in here. Got this one right here. All right, let's get these adhered. So I'm just going to adhere them to our postage. Now for, oh, I did them in the wrong one. I wanted this one to be the bigger one. I will do this die cutting for you. It'll be done. You won't have to worry about it. And I'll give you a whole piece of the the Poppy Parade. Yours won't have holes in it like that. But I just wanted to share that little technique with you. All right, so there we go. So our elephant is going to have to go this way. So I need a little sentiment here. So let's grab our sentiments out. And we can kind of see big birthday wishes. Too large for this. So what we need to do is just use a regular piece here. And we'll stamp big birthday wishes. And drop that there so I can pick it up straight. Oh, I didn't clean this one. And my chamois is not very wet. Okay. All right, big birthday wishes. So I'm just going to stamp it right there. And we're going to take our little snips. And I'm just going to snip it like that. Now, we're going to do both with big birthday wishes. I don't think that piece is big enough. All right. There we go. I knew I had another piece here. All right. What's nice about this idea is I don't have to think of a whole bunch of different ideas. I just switched out the image. Okay. That's going to be for the inside. That's for the inside. Let's finish our outside, then we'll work on the inside here. All right. Okay. Now, if you're wondering why my dimensionals have stripes on them, this is because I actually do a card class at assisted living, well, senior and assisted living, and sometimes it's really hard to see those backings. So by just taking my Sharpie and going across, they can see those backings and they can see if they actually peel them off. I found that's very helpful. It's even helpful for myself because sometimes you just can't tell if you got that backing off. So this, right here, I'm just going to put it off to the side. We've got our big birthday wishes right here, just like that. Totally simple cards. The idea is to be able to create these quickly so that you can have a stack of them ready to go. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my liquid glue there. You could take seal, but I want it where it's going to be overlapping to stick. Okay, so I've got my big birthday wishes here. Let's get our embellishments added. People always ask, why do you cut your embellishments at the side? Because I find it easier to slide these out versus slide them up and down. Because I just stick this back in. So, and then I can just slide that in and out. All right. So I just want a little bit of pop here. Let's just do our silver. So put one here. Ooh, okay, one's going to go right there. And then we'll do another small one right here. Maybe if it comes off my finger, and another large one over here. Okay, so again, quick and easy. We'll be stepping some up as we go. Let's get this one done. Same thing, need to have our dimensionals. And I just lost my feed. Okay. Yeah, Amy, as soon as I figure out exactly how much sour cream to use, I will let you know. All right. So that one I'm just going to center in the middle, and I'm going to put my big birthday wishes. Oh, I think I'm going to put it at the bottom. All right. So this time we'll just use our dimensional. All right, and let me pick that up. Big birthday wishes. Okay, let's get our insides done now. So I need one this way and one this way. And I'm just going to bring back in my elephant. I'm going to bring back in that scrap piece of paper I had. Here's my elephant. And I'm just going to put a little chunk of them over here. Not the whole thing. And I'm going to take my other one that says, "You're a big deal." Happy birthday. Big birthday wishes. You're a big deal. And I like just using the poppy parade. It's a little pop of color in there. If I can find where I put the poppy parade. There it is, underneath my stamps. Now, I'm going to put this in a little different spot. I'm going to put it right next to my elephant. You're a big deal. I like to do things different every once in a while, and this is one way that I can do that. Now, if I really wanted, I could take some other paper and pretty up my envelope. I'm not going to be doing that one here. Each week that I do these classes, I'm going to be using different designer series paper. So you'll get to see some different papers. Okay. Now this one, I need to have my little panda. And I'm just going to go with my memento just because that stays on really wasn't inked well. And I'm hoping I inked these. I used them a lot. I was making swap cards. All right, and we'll just put him right in the corner. Again, just part of him. There we go. Oh, he's so cute. All right. So who is all glad that they're done making their Christmas cards from last year and now ready to move on to some other things? I failed completely on getting my Christmas cards out. So sorry, everybody. I couldn't do it. I mean, I had lots of cards made. It just, with all the family dynamics, it just got really overwhelming. So, like, I didn't even find out who was all coming over on Christmas Eve until like 9 o'clock the night before. You're a big deal. Here we go. So this could be for a man, woman, child. It's not necessarily has to be, you know, a masculine card, but just the darker tones tend to, you know, people think of the masculine. Now, what would be another really good designer series paper, and I was really debating on using those tonight, was the neutrals. I thought some of those colors in there, some of the patterns would have been fabulous. Like for this, for example, I would have probably used the smoky slate and the leaf pattern here. So you could use the stripe one or the leaf pattern. This would have been an awesome one as well for the panda. And I think even the striped one here would have been really good for the elephant. Or even taking a different color. So yeah, so just think about the different options you have. I definitely am going to be using those cards, that designer series paper pretty soon. I haven't used it for a while, so I feel like I kind of miss it. So let's see, we'll put one here. Another one here. And I think we'll put one right there. Okay, so there we go. Inside. So we got 2 cards done really quick. There we go. All right. Next card. All right. I'm going to put my stamps away. That way they're out of there. They're out of my way and back in their homes. So what's nice about getting my tutorials is I do list all the supplies that I use. So even if, you know, you don't have all the supplies, you can at least know what was there and go, oh, I have this. I could use this instead. It is pretty helpful. And again, all the measurements, it's kind of a must. I mean, that's one of those things I look for. I hate when I go to find a tutorial and someone doesn't put the measurements. I'm like, ah, don't you hate that? But I always put them in my tutorials. All right. Moving on to our next one. Let's put this one actually away. Now I have to look for a moment because I had the die out and I moved it because I was measuring something. And I just want to make sure where I put that die. Because I'm going to need it. I'm hoping it's under this pile. The next set we're going to be using is, here it is, our friendly foliage, and the coordinating dies. So I've done a class to go on this one before, but I just really like how this one is, and I feel like it makes some good birthday cards too. So we're going to be doing, again, more masculine colors with this. But you could use it for anything. You could even, you know, swap it out if you had to. One of the other things that I do like to do is I like to make my cards and not necessarily put my sentiment on it right away, because I never know when I'm going to need like a sympathy card or something like that. Because my husband is also notorious for coming home, hey, we got a this and this party to go to. What? Hey, did you hear that, you know, this person passed away and the funeral's tomorrow? Oh my gosh, that has happened so many times. Yeah, my husband's not on Facebook, so people don't always realize he doesn't get the notifications. So, all right. So for this one, we are using our Old Olive. I've got basic gray again. I've got that designer series paper, which has like a basic gray and basic black in there. So I'm going to be using that. And then I've got a piece of my basic black. I need that. And I just need my 2 pieces of inside here. Got my little stack over here, my little stash of it. So just let me grab those out because I didn't pull those in. All right. So we're doing the 5 1/4 by 4 for the insides. Got my 1/2 strip there. Okay. All right. Now for this one, those are my insides. I'm just going to put them up on top here. I'm going to take actually my card base. I'm taking all of this away. We're just going to move it off to the side because I'm going to come back in with my die cut machine. So what's fun about these dies there, is there are 2 separate dies here. So this one you put down like this, and this one you put in the middle. And what I like to do is I like to kind of figure out where it's at, and then I'll go ahead and you can die cut it like that without stamping. So I'll show you what that looks like without any stamping. We'll just do it on this scrap piece first here. Is that going to fit? Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. I do like to use my washi tape or my Post-it note tape, whatever I have that's not super sticky, but will hold that in place because you want to get that lined up. All right. So let's get it on here. And especially if your plates are well loved, you definitely want to have something to hold it in place. Because if you don't, it'll pop, hop all over the place. All right, so let's just get this on here like that. I'm just going to drop that right in there like so. Maybe not. Okay. I need to move that over. And just eyeballing that. So now this one's all about just showing you the fun it is with the dies. Oh, did you go out to visit Sarah? Is she still out in Seattle? That was a good trip. You needed a trip, Amy. Did you fly out there, I'm assuming? I give you a lot of credit. I know you're not a big fan of flying. All right. So voila. So this, I didn't even have to stamp anything. And this is how we are going to be using it on our card front. All right. You can stamp and then, die cut it out. I chose that this was much faster and easier. Again, I'm going at how can I create my cards quickly and have fun, but yet still make them kind of wow. I feel like this die itself makes everything wow, and it's on its own. So I'm just going to run those other 2 pieces through. All right. Now, even though my Post-it note tape isn't as sticky as like washi tape or Scotch tape, it still can be sticky. So sometimes it does still stick. All right, and so I'm just taking out those negative pieces now. Not that they're bad, they're just a negative image. So some of my, I go on YouTube and Facebook quite a bit. So I don't always post on my Facebook personal account. I don't know why. I guess sometimes my life is kind of private. That and I don't know, with having the grandchildren, I'm kind of protective of that because you don't know what kind of people are out there. So I don't always like to have posts of my grandchildren. Sometimes I will, but I like to make sure there's not a lot of personal information in there. Because you know what? In today's society, there is just some weirdos out there. And people that are just mean. So, that's why I hope people find my stamp studio a safe place. I don't like the meanness. I don't play the politic game. All right. Your politics are your choice. And I'm your friend because I love you, not because of your politics. All right. Okay. So I've got that and that. Again, very, very basic card. You know, starting really basic. But now I have this. And look how much that pops off of there. But you can still see that green, right? So now we're going to get our sentiment. And I want to do birthday. So again, I'm just going to put this on. But this time I am going to take some of my baker's twine here. What I'm looking for is my metallic one. And I know I have it, but I've got it mixed up with my regular twine. So just give me a minute to find it. There it is. So I have these bins on my wall. And in my bins, I have some bins are for brand new stuff and some are for stuff that I use for demonstration and stuff. Sometimes it gets mixed up. And I'm like, ooh, gotta go back through that. All right, let's get these back. They have to be. All right. Again, this is all about birthday cards and celebrating those people that we love. And I'm going to show you something really cool I made that I'm very proud of. I actually still have craft kits for it, so if you're interested, just let me know. But let's get this going first. I'll show you when we're all done what I'm going to do with these cards. All right, in here we have, here for you always, wishing you all the best, get well, soon, sending love, you're on my mind, thinking of you. I'm just going to do wishing you the best, and then I'm going to take happy birthday from another stamp set and just stamp it on the inside. So, where's my other birthday set here? I have a lot of different sets that have some birthday sentiments in, so pick out one that you have. So I have this Woolly Friends. Actually, this one doesn't have a birthday one, but we're going to be using that. Not today. Happy birthday right here. Birthday wishes. With you in mind, this is still available. Happy birthday. And then Cake Fancy. I'm not sure if this is still available, but there's birthday wishes there. So we were going to stamp, what was we stamping? Wishing you all the best. And then, let's see, wishing you all the best. And we'll just do the happy birthday. All right. Okay. Let's just put our happy birthday on a block right away so I have it. Well, let's celebrate. I want happy birthday. All right. 2. And again, I want a little pop of color, but I don't feel like red is a good one. I'm almost debating on, I don't really want to use Old Olive again because I'm using a lot of Old Olive. I'm really thinking of crushed curry or, wait for it, I almost think Night of Navy might be pretty cool too. What do you think? Crushed curry or Night of Navy? I'm going to let you all decide. While you decide, I'm going to just assemble these. Yeah, germs on the plane are kind of gross. You know what else is gross? Like, you know, when you're going up the escalators, when you put your hand on that, you know, railing. Yeah, don't do that. Gross. Okay. Okay, do we decide crushed curry or navy? We can do one of each and see how it looks. All right, we'll do one of each. All right, now to really make this pop, I could put a piece of white behind there. Die cut the white. Should I show you what that looks like? I don't know. I think that just might be too much, but we'll just wing it there. We'll show you what it looks like so you can make your own decision. And I am just going to use this large image here. I'm not going to use the little inside this time. I just love showing how you can do things differently with the dies that you have. I think this is the most fun I have with it. I love to go and just start playing with it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been playing with all my different things. And yeah, it is playing. It's my rejuvenation time. It's my de-stress moments. It is just pure fun for me, pure joy. All right. I could even go with a lighter green on there, but I really want to see how I can make this pop. So I'm just going to cut 2 of them right away. And if we like it, hey, I'll throw that in the card kit as well. You can make your decision on if you want that or not. Because you'll just get the rectangle pieces and... Okay, because you have to have your own stamps and dies. Sorry. These won't be done for you. When it's part of the featured bundle I'm using, I will not do that for you. Okay, so here we go. I mean, it's kind of bright. I don't know. I kind of like it. I could actually switch my bottom here. And we could. I had kind of planned this ahead of time, too. Do white. All right, so we're going to do one like this, and then we'll do one on the darker side. Okay, one on the dark. We'll go one dark side and one lighter side. So you can see how much that pops. Now, I need this. So, on this lighter side, we're going to use the gold and white twine. And I'm going to put this on before I adhere this to my card base. Now, the twine and everything, you need to have your own twine. I don't include it. Sometimes I will with linen thread, but the ribbon, embellishments, stamps, those are all yours. I'm sending you the papers, the die cuts that are not part of the bundle. All that good stuff. Envelopes. You know, and envelopes are kind of costly now, so I've been debating, do I not include envelopes? Do I include envelopes? But I'm like, you know what? I appreciate having envelopes. So I'm going to still include envelopes. It just means I have to charge a little more. That's all. Okay. I'm going to move this up towards the middle. Let's get this adhered together. I still haven't decided what color yet. I think I may go with navy. All right. So going back to oh, yeah. You know, that's a really good idea, Amy. I didn't think of ever just taking the wipes because, you know, everything else you can't carry on the plane. So, you know what? My trip is coming up soon for Jamaica, so I may just have to do that. I mean, I have, like, wipes packed in my suitcase, so when we get to the resort, I wipe everything down. I wipe, you know, the counters, the tables, the remotes. I just do it the one time we get in there, but all right. So I've got this on there. I'm just going to get that all layered, all lined up there. All right. Now it would be really pretty back here. I just don't happen to have any, and oh, I forgot to order it. Darn it. Vellum. I need to get some vellum. I mean, I have my old vellum to use. I suppose I can use that, but I'd really like to know what the new vellum is like. I don't know if it's the heavy stuff that I have or not. Okay, so here we go. That's kind of looking nice. Okay, I still got to figure out what I'm going to do for my color, for my sentiment. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to get this mounted. You know, masculine cards don't have to be monochromatic. So I do want to have a pop of color on here. And pops of color have been like my thing the last couple of weeks because I actually my husband and I went shopping and we bought new furniture. And it's like a pewter. It's like a light gray. I'm like, we need color in here now. We need some decorative pillows with some really pretty colors. I am struggling to find decent looking decorative pillows that have good color. Yep. I'm like, ooh, do I want citron? Do I want lime? I know my husband's going to go, oh my God. But you know what? Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Get over it. Get some color in our life. All right. He's old school. You know, he likes everything in the neutrals. How boring. Okay. Let's grab a sentiment here. Wishing you all the best is probably not going to fit on those. It might, but I think a 3/4 inch scrap of paper is what I really need to have. Well, it'll fit. Let's give it a whirl. It'll just fit. I'm going to go with the navy. Although I really kind of do like the citron. You know, we're going to stamp both. And then we'll see which one I like better. Or you like better. Or we like better. All right. So there's that one. And that should fit there. So we'll get this nice and clean. Now, I would have used Secret C, but, you know, that's almost too black. Oh, do they? That's a good idea. Thanks. I will try that. I was looking all over on Amazon. I was looking at the furniture store, and they went $75 for a pillow. I'm sorry. That's not happening in my world. Because if I'm going to spend $75, you know it's going to be on stamps. Just saying. I've got my priorities. Okay. Wishing you all the best. So, because I'm from Wisconsin, everything is green and gold. So sometimes I feel like I don't want green and gold. Yeah, so I think in this case, I don't want green and gold. All right. I kind of like that. And I think I'm going to overlap it just like that. There we go. Okay. So was this too different from the first cards I did? Not really. I'm just changing out the stamp set. Changing out my designer series paper. All right. And now let's grab these same embellishments, but this time I'm going to use the copper. Okay. Come on. Stop sticking to my finger. Put that one there. All right. Probably should have used the gold since I had the gold ribbon. I didn't think about that. Oops. Okay. I do have my second card, so I'll do that on my second card. All right. And where did I go with my pieces? All right. So go ahead and we'll grab the black and gold this time. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know where to put it. Right in front of me. Right there. Duh. All right. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. Oh, I'm going to tie it on this side. So I noticed that I tend to put things, my bows, on the right side. So when I did my swap cards this time, I purposely did everything on my left side. And I can't wait to show you my swap cards. I do have to wait till I get them back from the mail, back in the mail, because that's one thing when we're swapping. We don't share it until other people in your swap group see your card. Then you can share it. So I can't wait to share them. I made some really, really nice looking ones. And keep in mind, I have to make, 20 plus of each one. So I'm kind of limited because, we are limited. When we're demonstrators, we get to purchase things ahead of time, but we can only get so much of it. So what happens is you really got to figure out and be strategic how you're going to use everything. All right, so on this one, I'm not putting that white background. I'm just going to let that green go through, but I realize I have to pop this up. It's not going to sit flat over that twine. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in I'm going to put dimensionals on this one. I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals and put that on that die cut. So again, using the things that you have in your room to just kind of embellish those a little farther. Doesn't mean you have to have a whole world of things. But I'm telling you, dimensionals are kind of a you must have. I'm just saying. They are the ultimate bling. Okay, so let's get some mini dimensionals here. And I love the mini dimensionals for things like this because they fit right on there so nicely. All right, so I'm put one there. Small little spaces, but it will really give my project oomph and the support that it needs. I feel like I should be playing Lean on Me. Of course, you know, if I did that on my video, then Facebook will get mad at me and kick me out. I still can't believe that happened to me when I was doing that dog. There's a dog stamp set, and I think it was called Diggity Dog or something. So there's a song out there, that Hot Diggity Dog song. So I had that playing in the background when I started my live. Yeah, they shut my live down. I had to turn it off and restart my live. I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. It's kind of low. So now again, I don't want to use that color. I don't want to use red. So we're going to pull out this one. And we're wishing you the best. I'm going to just tuck this one just kind of behind there this time. Just a little bit. So yeah, we have a little bit of white back there, but I think it's okay. Just a little, I mean, I could trim it down, but I kind of like that little pop behind there. All right, let's get our, oh, I didn't do the insides. Let's get our gems on there. So this time I said I was going to do the gold. Okay. I'm going to put some on the inside. Since we have that inside exposed, I'm just going to do, I'm going to do quite a few on this one. Oh, don't stay there. Come on. Oh, you little dog. Here we go. It did not want to come out to play. It wanted to stay hidden. All right. And we'll just put that one up there. All right. So there we go. So which do you like better? Do you like the white with a little extra pop, or do you like the I don't want to call it plain. Do you like the masculine? So the pop of white or the more masculine? More neutral. Yeah, okay. All right, so those are these two cards. All right, so let's get on our next ones here. Let me put this away. We'll put our embellishment away. Where'd the other one go? Put those away. I feel a little better that I'm cleaning this up as I go. A lot of times I just put it off to my side, and then I'm tired after I do the video, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to clean up now. And then in the morning, I'm like, oh, why didn't I clean up last night? So I'm going to try to continue to keep like doing this kind of thing. Sorry, I know it's a little distracting in the video for me to do, but you know, it kind of helps my brain a little bit. Oh, I forgot I was going to stamp that happy birthday on the inside. Oh, well, I didn't do it. Okay, our last card. All right. Okay. Sorry, I had all sorts of bits, extra bits in case I wanted to change something. And I'm glad I did, because I did change something. All right. So now we're going to be using Peaceful Dock. I find this to be just a really calming kind of card. This was one that I used for my swaps. I can't wait to share it with you. I think I really did a good job on them. You know, sometimes even even as demonstrators, we're like, ooh, is that a good job? Or, ooh, are people going to like that? You know, it happens sometimes. But I think these actually turned out pretty good. Okay, so what I'm looking for right now is, I forgot. I completely lost my marbles here. Give me a moment while I think about what I was... where I gotta find my brain again. Okay, I think I found it. I just have to check if this is available. Because when I made it, I'm like, ooh, I never stopped to think that this might not be available anymore. Ooh. I think it's not going to be. Okay, so I may have to just... Yep, I gotta switch this out. Darn it. Okay. Oh, please, why I swap it out? Well, you know what? I'll swap it with the one I used for my swap cards. There we go. Now this one, I want to up it a little bit. I don't want such neutral and kind of, I don't know, dark colors. I want to give this a pop. So I'm going to actually be taking my Coastal Cabana to do this with. I know, you're like, Coastal Cabana, Old Olive. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to work. Don't worry. Granny Apple Green is like one of my go-tos, and Coastal Cabana is one of my other go-tos. So I'm just trying to see where I put my Coastal Cabana. I think I forgot it. Like I forgot to cut a piece. I did. Okay. All right. Coastal Cabana, here I come. Or Azure. I'm going with, ooh, that's kind of pretty too. Ooh, let's do that. We'll go with Azure. Although my gut says, Coastal Cabana, put Coastal Cabana back out there. God, I hate when my brain argues with itself. Anyone else ever have that problem? Because I seem to have it all the time. My creative mojo gets going and it likes to argue with each other. All right. You like the green, the dark one? Okay. All right, so because I forgot to prepare this piece, it just is going to take me a moment to get these pieces cut. So I'm going to be taking a 5 1/4 by 8 inch piece of Azure. I think it's called Azure, right? I don't know. That's what I'm calling it, Azure. Who knows? I could be saying my words wrong. And a 1/2 inch off there. Okay. All right, and I'm going to take it in my handy dandy embossing folder. And look what I found. I found my embossing plate. I was so excited. But I found it after I ordered a new one. All right, so I put this full piece in my folder because it'll all fit in there, right? So now I'm going to run that through, and then I can just easily trim that down. And again, I'm cutting for 2 cards at one time, right? So, sorry, it's not a 3D embossing folder. I need my regular plates. When you have your 3D embossing folder, you only use that one. When it's just a regular one, you don't use the that other plate. All right. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Oh, please. This wasn't 3D, so I don't know why it's not going through. Yeah, see, it needs that 3rd plate. It just wanted to be a pistol, that's all. I might have abused my cut and emboss machine while I was doing my swaps. I had a lot of die cutting and embossing to do. Why I did that, I don't know, but I did. All right, so now let's cut these to 4 inches. Sometimes when you run your paper through an embossing folder, it can kind of stretch. I know, it's kind of funny. But yes, it can kind of stretch. So sometimes your measurement is slightly off. So this was like a 1/16 of an inch. So it's stretched just a tad. All right. So we've got our old olive here. We're going to need that in a minute anyways. All right. And we've got our azure paper. Oh, I think that's going to just be pretty. It's going to be pretty. All right, azure. I'm trying not to make it exactly like I did my swap card, but I kind of feel like it's going to end up the same. All right, let's see. Now you're going to have a piece of basic white in your folder, in one of your envelopes, because you'll be stamping that twice. All right, so let's bring in our stamp set here. Now this one has so many fun dies with it. You could just go nuts. But because we're doing a quick video here, I'm not going to do all that. All right. We'll do our little pylons here. And so let me get this off. Okay. Maybe we'll just stamp our pylons and die cut them. Yeah, let's just do that. All right. And that's going to be it. All right. I need my little log here, my pylon. And then I need my boat. I don't think it's going to fit on there. I need my larger stamp. Oh, there's all my swap cards. All right. And we're going to stamp this in pecan pie. When I did my other ones, I stamped it in early espresso. And oh my gosh, I just love how those cards turned out. But you know what? And just looking, I don't think I kept one of the originals for myself. Oh well. Huh. I'm such a dork. I hate when I do that. Well, I might get one sent back, but who knows. Okay. So, 1. Okay, see how light that looks? I mean, if my stamp pad was more inked up, probably look a little better. Okay. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my crumb cake. Now, one of my crumb cakes here is really a funky color, so I just got to see which one it is. It's not crumb cake. It's like ivory. That's the one. I need to put a little piece of tape on that one so I know. Okay. Do. All right. So now I'm going to go in. This is my light. And I'm just going to color in my seats. I could have sworn I kept one of my own swaps, but I guess I didn't. Oh, kind of disappointed myself. I'm hoping I get them in the next day or two, and then I'll start posting some of those. Well, I'll definitely post mine. But then as I start using those other stamp sets, I will start sharing what other demonstrators have come up with. So that just so you have more ideas. All right, that's one of the best things I love about being a demonstrator is that I get ideas from others, and we're, totally willing to share. And this is crumb cake, okay. Totally willing to share. I don't know why these two colors are not, jibing. They should be. All right. We'll try to blend them in a minute. I mean, they should. All right, I'm not quite liking these colors here. I don't know why this isn't blending better. It's like my light is not crumb cake. I don't know what's going on. It's all right. We're just going to go with it. And then I'm going to come back in with my dark. And then I'll just do the bottom here. Now you could stamp on another piece of like crumb cake cardstock. Like with early espresso, turns out pretty good. Then these areas that I'm coloring would already be, you know, cardstock. You wouldn't have to color them. But I feel like the bottom of the boat shouldn't be white. I don't mind the sides and all that kind of stuff, but the bottom, I don't feel it should be white. I know, sometimes it is, but not today, not in my boat. Okay. But I am going to leave those other areas white. All right, and now I need to stamp this guy here. And let's go ahead and just use our pecan again. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know. I'm going to have to cut this 6 times. I know. I know what I'm doing to myself. Okay. Dies, where are you? So I need a large boat. And that's all I'm going to need. Okay. Now, there's a cute hat that goes with this. You could definitely put that little hat in. You could put the little books in. The little tote bags. So you can relax when you're out and floating in the boat. But I'm not doing that on this one. And I really am not liking how that looks. All right. I'm going to have to fix this because it's kind of bothering me. All right. Let's grab... Where are my light pecans? Okay. We're just going to grab our light pecan and fix it. And then we'll just order new new crumb cake blends. Okay, so just disregard the fact that I use crumb cake in the first place. We're just going to go with that we use pecan blends. So that's what I'll put in the directions. Although the dark crumb cake didn't look too bad. It's that light crumb cake that just is funky. I don't know why. Alrighty. And it seems like this one is running out of juice. That's okay. This Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight are ones that I stock up on. I don't know why, but those are the colors I use most often. Okay, where'd that die just go? Let's get these die cut. We'll get our cards together, and then we'll be done for tonight. Ooh, we're running kind of late. It's been, what, hour and a half? Let's get going, Beth Ann. Let's get cruising. I'm just going to make it the one card, all right? Because it's going to take me a few minutes to die cut all these pylons. So we'll just do one. But you get the gist by me doing one. You'll have two. So you do your two. I'll do my one. Uh-oh. I just lost my die cut piece in the machine. I tell ya. The struggle at this very second is real. I don't know why it like fell in there. I can't even get it out. Oh, it's way over there. Oh, it came out. Nice. All right, I just need one more. So now, when I did my swap card, I did actually, I can show you one that's somewhat close. It was something like this. Not quite. But when I did this, I had to die cut all these little stinking pieces. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was thinking when I designed it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it just makes the card. So, yeah. Some days, my creativity gets the better of me. All right. So we're going to just go, we're going to go this way with this one, I think. And I'm going to have my little pylons over here. All right. So I have it like that. What I need to do is I need to grab my linen thread. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. Now, I'm going to find the linen thread I was using. Again, I told you I mix them up together sometimes, and it causes a pain. All right. So I'm going to grab this, and we're going to thread this around our little pylons. So I'm just going to start by putting some adhesive in the back. Make my life easier. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Grab my scissors. So I'm going to do that for each one. I know it seems like a lot, but you know, well worth it. I'm just doing the same thing on each of those. And this one I'm going to put a little higher. Excuse me. Are you all still there? You got kind of quiet. Nope. Okay. All right. I have to tuck this one over here. This one's up here. All right. Oh my. Let's get some of our dimensionals here. I need my mini dimensionals. You know, when I want to find them, I can't find them. When I want the other ones, all I come up with is mini dimensionals. What the heck? Okay. All right. Now, I forgot how I had those placed. Okay. We'll put that one there. That one there. And this one here. I just want them at kind of 3 different heights. Oh well, it's going to be off in that corner. Okay, let's pop this up in dimensionals. Just using my scraps here that I have left over. Alright. Alright, we'll take a little piece of linen thread. I'm just going to tuck it underneath. Right there. Alright. And 2. I'm going to take it and slide it around this one. Maybe lift it up a little bit. Come on. Get underneath the dimensional. Okay, I don't know how to tie a rope knot, so I'm just going with a regular knot. Just saying. If you know how to tie a rope knot, a boat knot, feel free. Have fun with it. I don't know, so. And I wasn't going to go look online. I'm sorry. I know. I'm failing all of you guys. But sometimes, you know, there's not enough time in the day to do everything I'd like. All right. My friends would be abhorred that I don't know how to do that. All right. So kind of basic, right? Needs a little something. So let's get in our sentiment. Oh, that's for the dies. That's not the sentiment. All right, die. And we're going to do sending happiness. And then on the inside, we'll do our happy birthday. So now I just need to cut a strip that is going to be hopefully like 1 inch wide. Hopefully I can get that out of here. All right. More than enough. And I think I'm just going to keep kind of with the tone of that. We'll go with Old Olive here. This isn't my more favorite card, just saying. Oh, you know why? Because I used the wrong paper. I know what I was supposed to do on that one. Oopsie. Okay. Well, good thing I have the second card there because now I've got to fix this. All right. I'm going to put this one aside because that's not what I was planning on doing. I don't know where my... I trimmed my paper down and I don't know what I did with it. Oh, please. Where'd it go? Alright. Well, now I'm really bummed at myself because I had a cut. Because I showed all of you that paper. Alright, let's just cut it. I was kind of wondering, I'm like, why isn't this working out the way I want? And now I know. Because I wasn't using the right colors. All right. So your kit will actually be, where's my other piece of cardstock? Where'd it go? Okay. It has this. It will have this piece here. It's not going to be embossed because that was just like a fluke of, oh, I'm just designing. No, I had a plan already and I don't know why I didn't pay attention to my plan. Okay. So I have this. I have this. I'm still going to have the little pylons, so we're just going to peel them off. Peel my linen thread off. Okay. Put my pylons over here. some dimensionals. I need that for something else. All right. Right, I have my little string there that's holding my boat in place. Okay. All right, there. Yeah, that's much better. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so now I have that. Where is my, I had my, where'd my extra piece go? I had my, okay. You know, I move things around, and then I don't put them back where they're supposed to be. Here we go. All right. And that's my envelope. Where did my white pieces go now? Okay. Well. All right. There's that. I want to have my inside, and I don't know where my inside went. My inside piece is gone. Let's stick. Let me cut my inside piece again. Okay, now I'm like all flustered and now I'm having a hot flash. I have been cold the last 2 weeks and now I'm having a hot flash. What the heck? Okay, so this was my gray. I really didn't want that to be noticeable. I just wanted a little something behind there on that layering. And then this will be the white for the inside. And I'm going to stamp my little pylons again. Making sure I have them going the right direction. Okay, so I'm going to go off the paper. So let's grab that scrap paper I had. Good thing I have a whole pile of scrap paper underneath my table here. Because my garbage is right there. Because I was like, where did that other piece go? Alright, so I have just those right there. Alrighty. And my old olive is not inked up that well. So I'm going to have to redo that in a different color. See, it's not inked up, so I don't like how that looks. So I'm going to grab my, I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow, just for the fact that it's green and I want green. Ooh, what happened to that pad? Okay, that looks like it's going to go away. I thought I had another Mossy Meadow. I know I did. Well, that would explain it's basic green, not Mossy Meadow. Jeez Louise, I keep grabbing all the wrong stamp pads. That's why it didn't look right. Okay, where is my... There it is. Found it. Found it. All right. Let's try this again after cleaning it, because... now I can't find my cleaner. There it is. Oh my gosh, just because I wanted this card to go fast. Not happening. There we go. All right, let's get these things mounted together. Now that already has quite a bit of dimension on it, but you know what? I still feel like I want to have a little more, so I am going to pop this up. Normally I probably wouldn't have as much, but I really like I really like the look of it when it's popped up. So I'm actually just going to do my corners. That way, as it's in the envelope getting mailed, if it has to be squished down a little bit, it is, and it's not so thick, so they can't say, yep, we can't mail it, you gotta, redo your postage. All right, there we go. All right, now where did my sentiment go? And I am going to fussy cut this out. You don't have to. You can leave it right there. But I'm just quick going around. I am not trying to be perfect with it in any way. I'm just wiggling my scissors as I go. Okay. So we'll do Sending Happiness. And I am just going to actually just put it down. All right, now there is something else in the stamp set that I did want to put on here. It's these little watermarks. Okay. So I'm going to put those kind of behind the boat, because that way it looks like it's kind of in water. So I'm going to grab that. And we'll take this right here and put it right there. Oh, we need to tuck that under a dimensional. Come on, get caught under the dimensional. There we go. All right. And then I can actually put the other one, which is a little bit smaller, right around my pylons right there. Okay. Just that little bit of extra stamping really makes a difference on there. And let's go ahead and let's get our embellishments on. So I'm still going to stick with my metallic accent ones. And I'm going to go for the copper again here. So I think we'll put one up here. And I think we'll do another one right here. We'll do one right here. Oh, one right here. I'm going to add a couple more. I'm going to do some gold ones, I think. So I add a gold one. I'm going to add it right there. Oh, I think I grabbed the same one. Oh, well. I can't tell. No, that's a gold one. And we'll add it right here. Okay. All right. And then for my inside, I've got my happy birthday. Where did happy birthday go? And we'll stamp that again with our mossy meadow. This time I'm going to stamp it up in the upper corner here. Happy birthday. Nice, simple, quick and easy. Okay, I made it kind of difficult, but that was just my brain having a fart there. Okay, there we go. So let's bring in our cards, if I can find where I put them. So there would be two of these, but you know what? I made a hot mess, so I'm not going to bring that one out. All right. And then our second card, let's just put some of these out of the way. Our second card here was our white and our neutral with our friendly foliage. And then with the big little things. So just really, really easy, quick, easy birthday cards. So get your birthday cards made. And then I said I was going to show you something special here. So I actually created a card class, or designed a class that focused on creating a little, what I call is a perpetual box. So I know that I have some January birthdays coming up, so I can put these cards right in January. And then I know I have a March, so I can put that right in here. And I can keep just filling my folder, my little box here of cards. I can even put the envelopes in there. So now, by the time I'm done with this series, I'm going to have this little box full. And I will have everyone's birthday listed here. So here's what I'll do. I just grabbed this, and this was part of the class. I actually created all these. I made the little stickers here, made the little tags, and that was all the things that you got as part of the class. So we're going to put Tim, That's my hubby. So I'll put his birthday right there. So now I know. Oh, and then I have Sean and Amara. And I have Hiram. Okay. So I know what birthdays are coming up. There we go. All right, so that is it for our class 1 and our birthday card series. I hope to see you in 2 weeks. So our next class will be on, oh my goodness, I don't even know what the date is. January 22nd. So I will actually send out an email tomorrow morning, and it will list all the dates of the birthday class series. I'll also have it on a post on Facebook so that you can see when those dates are. All right, so take care. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great weekend. I really do appreciate you all being here and being part of my business and my friends and my group. I do love you a lot. Take care. Does my mossy meadow pad look weird and crystallized? You know, it looked like it was dry, crystallized and dried out. I don't know what happened. So it's, you know, it's a pretty old one. So I just probably have to get a new one. I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 plus years, so it's an old one. Okay, have a great time.